Welcome to Through the Table Podcast with Brian, JL, Tom, Rick, and Russ.
I'm looking for a picture of Butch. I haven't found one yet.
Came out wearing like a stupid hat. He's pretty much dressed like Sheamus and Ridge Holland.
No.
Oh.
God.
Has Vince ever been to Ireland?
Vince loves stupid hats, I think. I just think he
does.
He totally does.
I love
Here's a hat.
hats.
No, here's a hat no one's used before. I just found this one. Great.
Oh, I found it.
Terrible.
He's like a newsie.
Yeah. He's a newsie. Remember he's like the baddest dude like in the indies, like he was like biting time and like breaking their fingers. Now he's just some asshole on SmackDown. Poor Pete Dunne.
Breaking news: AEW Wrestling came to Los Angeles for tickets, $65 up.
Oh
yeah, 13,000. Damn.
That's why I was asking if he's sitting at the announce desk. The way that sounded.
He's our Iron Sheik.
Oh, totally. Yep. Super blows.
Like he needs a handler to like edit his.
He needs
his
a kimchi.
He does. He needs somebody.
He needs a kimchi.
He needs a social media guy.
JL.
So they did cut his hair, huh?
He looks like an Englishman from like the 1800s.
He looks like if Darby Allin was playing an Englishman.
You know what's crazy is that Butch has arrived before Veer.
Oh, he's hanging out at IKEA.
You think he looks like that because he's like they named me Butch?
Oh, he looks pissed.
Oh yeah, totally.
Poor Pete Dunne. Butch and Gunther.
Awful.
Terrible.
And Sheamus has got the look of they changed your name to Butch.
They asked Sheamus, what kind of name should we give him? What about Butch? And it's stuck.
Remember, speaking of names, remember the name we would like? They were saying how Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So it's. I guess they wanted to call him Budge.
Budge.
Like Budge. Budge.
Is that why they've been doing the Budge stuff for the last 6 months?
Yeah.
That's so. I guess that's what it is. Because like that's they wanted to call him Budge.
They were doing that before he even debuted.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What have they been doing? What did I miss?
So on Being the Elite, like one of the ongoing storylines on the YouTube show is John Silver and Alex Reynolds keep like sneaking into Adam Cole's like hotel rooms and like sleeping in his bed and stuff like that. They just want to be like friends with him.
Yeah.
And they keep calling him Budge.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
all the time.
And that's what they've been calling him. And I guess that's the reason they call him that. That was the name that Vince wanted to give Adam Cole when they brought him up to the main roster.
As a manager.
As a manager, they wanted him to cut his hair, dye it blonde, and they were going to call him Budge.
Wow.
Budge and the Bearcat. Budge and the Bearcat. That's what, because right, he was gonna be his
manager. Yep.
And that's why during the show we went to, Brian, when they did the Ghostbuster thing, it was we ain't afraid of no Budge.
Yep. Exactly.
Was that what it
Wow.
was? That's
Oh
hilarious.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did
yeah.
the Ghostbusters theme, but they
Mhm.
changed it to instead of they
Ghost,
changed Ghost to
Budge.
Budge. Yeah.
Yep. Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because that's what I'm saying. They've been doing that the whole Budge stuff for a long time now.
Yep.
So wow. Now it all makes sense. Sometimes there's shots across the bow that you don't even know about.
Oh,
That's
that one's
wild.
too good to not put out there.
Yeah. Well, it's just like when they do the whole cleaner stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, Rich Holland just killed Big E, huh?
If you tell me.
He just belly to belly suplexed him on his head,
Oh, nice.
and Big E had to get stretched out.
Not like enough
Oh.
people have been falling on their necks and heads this last couple of weeks.
Real stretchered or stretchered?
I'm sure it's not real.
I think it was real
Really?
because I'm going to send you this. All right, that just happened on SmackDown.
And we'll be back 1 minute from this break.
Holy. Oh.
Yep. You thought Madcap Moss was bad a couple weeks ago?
His body goes limp.
Oh,
He lost feeling in his legs. You can tell right away.
Yep. He goes completely limp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Why is this on a continuous loop?
Because that's how they do it on Twitter.
Not the
Damn.
porn I watch.
Oh, yeah. He landed right on it. Yep. He's in trouble. He had no way to protect himself on that one.
Poor
Nope.
guy.
And it's not even in the ring. That's on the apron.
Right. So that's a real hard fall.
so not to say anybody's wrong or anything like that, but it reminds me
Oh,
of
Rich is wrong.
right. But like, it just reminds me of years ago.
Me too.
I talked to Daniel Bryan, and I asked him like, for whatever reason, who's kind of the hardest person to wrestle for whatever reason, and he said, "Well, I think I'll say Big E because he gets like really sweaty, so they can't lift him or do things that he would want to do."
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is a case of that too.
Sometimes I feel like when you're like 350 pounds of solid muscle, you probably shouldn't be like taking overhead belly to belly suplexes. Like that's just my
True.
guess, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Can't deny it.
That's how I broke my ankle. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll take a monkey flip. You know what I mean? It's just like yeah, because that's the smartest thing I should be doing.
Well, thankfully too, like the way he's built, it's hopefully like a Brock Lesnar type thing.
Well, that's the thing. When he did that stupid moonsault and missed.
Shooting star
Mhm.
press.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
Whatever
it was.
Yep.
Either whatever it was, he shouldn't have been doing it.
Shooting star press.
Same with what you call Lance Archer. Couple months ago,
Yep.
same thing. It's just like you're 6'8". You shouldn't be doing moonsaults.
No,
Mhm. Right.
that's not your gimmick. That's not what you're supposed to do. Just go out there and beat the crap out of people.
Right.
Right.
Oh man, that Big E thing looks awful.
Yep.
Mhm.
So there goes his WrestleMania.
There goes his
Probably.
next year if he's
Speaking
lucky.
of, like, what happened to Xavier Woods? Is he hurt again, or is
He
he
had
just?
gotten hurt. He just haven't brought him back yet.
I just
The King.
like,
Once again, they have no creative for him, so he's just sitting
Hurt.
there waiting for them to figure out what to do.
How do they
Just
not
a-
have creative
King
with him?
versus
Have
the
him
King.
go out there with Big E and Kofi and say, "Here you are. Do grab your horn and go to town."
right.
Well,
He's
they
the
don't want to
king of the
call him.
ring.
They don't want to call him the New Day anymore. They're Kofi Kingston and Big E. They don't announce him as New Day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They've been there's a Vince order. They're Kofi Kingston and Big E. That's their names right now. They don't want
now
him
it's just
mentioning
Kofi
anything
Kingston.
about the New Day. I don't know why, but he doesn't want them talking about it.
That doesn't make any sense. They been the most over team in the
That's-
last
That's why they
almost
don't,
10
they don't
years
wear
now.
Almost
matching. I
decade.
guess
Yeah.
He also told them don't wear matching outfits and stuff like that as well.
So everything that made them what they are, they don't want to do that anymore.
I don't
Apparently,
understand. I
That's
don't get it.
awesome.
Mhm.
I don't understand the logic on that. You have something that works. Why?
I don't know. Good point.
Yeah, you get over and now try it again. If you're good enough, you'll get over again.
Well, why need to like?
I mean,
But
Why do
the
that?
crowd doesn't care. They know who they are. It's just,
Yeah.
but his saying, don't say him on TV, don't do this or that. It just makes no sense.
Pete Dunne. There's another example. Here's a guy that's over as Pete Dunne,
Yep.
as a bruiser from, and now here he is as Butch.
Just some
Why?
thug that Sheamus is going to send around to go take people's money or whatever.
he's a bump guy now. That's all he's going to be.
Yep.
He's a bump guy.
Because Vince doesn't like the fact that he's a small guy.
Probably.
Will Butch ever be the Juventud wrestler of the
No.
week?
No,
Highly unlikely.
never.
Unless he gets released and goes to Impact.
Veer's got a better chance. Yeah, they have to go to Impact or Ring of Honor or one of those other places. Maybe.
NWA.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got to beat Matt Cardona.
There you go.
That's the only way he has to beat Matt Cardona.
Yep.
Mhm.
Very true. No other way.
It's all these tests.
What's on Rampage tonight? Was it taped?
Yes, it was taped. Swerve's debuting against Tony Nese.
It's not the best card.
Keith Lee's fighting our favorite QT Marshall.
Oh.
Marshall.
Sorry. Jamie Hayter and Martinez.
Okay.
And I forget what the fourth match is.
It's not the best card that they've had for a Friday night.
But there is ass meat, so
There is.
Yes.
Jamie
Ass
Hayter
meat
has
Friday.
a lot of ass meat.
And there's one more match. I don't know why I'm forgetting.
Everybody's
Is
waiting
there-
for
is-
ass meat on a
I'm
Friday
sure there's
night.
isn't there a Serena Deeb 5-minute challenge? I'm sure
No.
at some point. No?
No, not this week. After Sheeta came back, they haven't done anything with that yet.
So
What's the last match? Darby and Mark Quinn.
okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Again, not the best card tonight.
Mm.
So Ruby Soho's pretty much all fizzled out, huh?
No, big time, huh? She's been on Dark and Dark Elevation the last 2 weeks.
She's the female Andrade
Yeah.
at this point.
Like how? Yeah, how? There's
know how
many
you-
reasons, but like, what's Tony forgetting? Like
I don't think that he's forgetting anything. She's good. She can work.
yeah,
I just
mean-
don't know if she's got it.
True.
But she
I-
had it,
She did. She did.
and then that she lost to Brit, and then just never got it back.
But if she truly had it, losing to Brit wouldn't have done anything to damage that. She could have kept it and gone on to the next program and made that work and got her way back to Brit eventually.
Sure.
She fizzled out because I don't know what it is. There's just something there. Maybe she's just too
Well,
nice
they
of a
can't-
person.
The women's division is suspect.
To be fair, what can you do to like what can you do to get over if you're stuck wrestling Nyla Rose every
Well,
week? You know what I mean? Like,
And you lose the last match with her.
right.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's I don't know. Sometimes it's like I feel like Tony Khan's set in his ways where it's okay, the next champ is this. You know what I mean? It was like Dan booking EWA. It was like, okay, you got Joe's got 6 months with the belt. After that, Tom comes in. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
he's not listening. He's just this is what I got written on paper. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like
champion wise, that's what he does. But it seems like when he uses a crop of the women, it's the same women for 4 or 5 weeks on TV.
Mhm.
And then they go to the back burner and he brings in a few different ones because the bunny was featured for months and now she
Right.
hasn't even made TV for weeks at all. Same with Ruby.
So wait, the Khan family owns a soccer team, right?
Yes, they do.
And the
Yep.
Jaguars, yep.
So I know that, like, I don't know if the soccer team they have, but you know how like soccer teams will they'll say there's 12 teams, and then if you're in last place or whatever, you're out of the league for like a year and you go
Oh
to
yeah.
kind of a different league kind of thing.
They were promoted down last year.
They should do something like that with Ring of Honor, where if you're promoted down, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but like that should be, you know, as much of a developmental stage of it, but like still have the Ruby Sohos, have the stuff, and then if you win the Ring of Honor title or something like that, then you get to go to AEW or something like that.
And they might do something to that effect. That would be kind of cool. I think someone like her would be good down there, but the problem is that so AEW has always been trying to change how people see things from the norm, and the norm being WWE, for instance. And you see it if you go to NXT. If you're sent to NXT, you're considered being demoted. In a lot of ways, it's considered a demotion if you're sent to NXT. And I don't want people, I hope that's not the case when it comes to AEW and Ring of Honor, because I don't think that's a demotion for them. But I think it's also a way of like, yeah, TikTok can hate the fact that I said that Hook should be Ring of Honor champion, but that actually makes sense because the man still needs some development time. He's what, 19 years old? Something like
Early
that.
20s, like 22.
Yeah.
23,
whatever,
yeah,
it's the same
22,
thing.
23.
Yeah.
He needs some seasoning, and that's not a bad thing. Ring of Honor will give him that ability. There are people that are on the AEW roster that could really benefit from being in Ring of Honor for a while if it's a developmental. But you shouldn't see it as like if a Ruby Soho or an Andrade goes there, it shouldn't be looked at as a demotion.
Step down.
No,
It should
right.
be looked at as this. It's all one company.
Yeah, I don't
It was
think they're
like
going to
when,
use it that way.
When Chris Benoit got drafted to ECW.
And then he went and killed his family. It all started that night.
But no, like it's. I mean, I don't know if anybody seen the news or watched NXT, but Dolph Ziggler's the new NXT champ.
Yep.
Yeah, I
You
saw
told
that.
us, I think. Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, you know, I've always thought that was kind of cool. Like they did it with Fandango and Tyler Breeze. You know what I mean? Like having all those, you know, like the lower card guys. Okay, you know, you're not on TV. You know, go to NXT. Like they were doing it with you know, when they first started, before they even had the network. You know, like Cesaro was down there doing the program with Sami
AJ
Zayn and
Styles
stuff.
was
Yeah,
down there.
A lot of them asked to go down there too. They'd
know, that's
rather
what
work
it-
there.
right. And if if you're not doing anything on TV,
Mhm.
just why not? Yeah, send us
Well,
back to NXT.
AEW is such a big roster now. They're going to have to do it.
They do have a big ass roster. Like it's
For
all
3
it's
hours of TV and a couple of YouTube shows, it's a huge
Right.
roster.
Yeah.
But if you have Ring of Honor working every weekend, you got reasons to use all these guys now.
no, it would be cool. Like I mean, it was kind
Just
of
need
like
some of the bigger names to sell out the arenas you're going to be running. You're not going to run the huge arenas anymore, but you're going to need names that people want to go to the shows.
right. But it's like when NXT was first, you know, doing like their WWE network stuff, and then like some of those guys from NXT were going to when Gabe was still doing Evolve shows. You know, he's having like, you know, there's like the Nakamuras, the Bobby Roodes, the Samoa Joes.
Yeah.
They're still all
Yeah.
doing pay-per-views, and you know, at the time they were touring. And it's like, but then you had like guys like like the Street Profits before they blew up and before they were like a big thing.
Right.
They're main eventing Evolve shows. Like
Mhm.
I remember for a while, what's that dude? General Sneezy, a sneeze or whatever. He was going down to
Babatunde
Babatune. Yeah, he was working Evolve shows and stuff, and that's
all the time. Yep.
you know,
Mhm.
I think the first year of Ring of Honor should be at Universal.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or something like Center Stage, and I mean, I don't know if Center Stage is still around. You know what I mean? Like
GCW has a show there tomorrow night.
Okay.
Ring of Honor had an exclusive activity contract with Center Stage for the last 2 years that no one else could run wrestling shows there except for them.
Huh.
And now that, when they left and ended everything, everyone's going there now. NWA is a show booked there, I think, in a couple of months too.
See, that's pretty cool. I got something like that, but I think Russ is onto something there. Just do, like old school WCW Saturday nights.
And you could film weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and just have it there.
Right, because if if you can do it smart, where it's not you're furthering, you don't necessarily have to further AEW storylines. You know what I mean? Like the ROH stuff is just it's its own separate entity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that's the thing. You could totally just, like book weeks and weeks of television.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And just, I mean, yeah, you might have to, try to hide sport. I mean, you really can't hide spoilers nowadays, but, like you don't have to, I mean, you can always do title changes and whatnot. I mean, it is what it is. Like people still watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do the Raw thing that they would do 1 week live and then 3 weeks taped.
That was always fun because I would always sit next to some key demographic, if you will, that would be so confused when Razor Ramon would come out 4 times in a night and still not in the match that he was advertised for and get very mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, doofus, they're filming the next 3 weeks. Relax.
Yeah, really.
Those are long nights.
Yeah, they were.
Especially the ones, remember they did the 2 back-to-back at Lowell. They did
the
Raw
Superstars.
Raw and
it was a Monday night and a Tuesday.
Superstars, yep. Mm-hmm.
It was a long couple of nights.
Yep.
And you sat next to the same people both nights.
Yeah.
So weird.
Well, they did the combo deals for those.
Yeah.
So you get the same seat for both nights. Yeah, those were like 5-hour shows.
Hey, I got to bring this up because I made a promise, an 18-cent promise to a friend of mine. Different 18-cent bet.
Oh.
I was asked to bring up what is a rumored WrestleMania match that is probably going to be mentioned very soon, probably Monday, of Omos versus General Aziz.
Why?
Why am I bringing it up, or why is that match happening?
Both. Yes.
Irresistible force versus the immovable object.
Yes, the answer is yes.
I was asked to go off on a tangent about this.
That's really going to be a match?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a dark match.
Hey.
That's terrible. What? Oh, man. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's really going to be a match?
That's a match.
An asshole instead?
Yeah, they're both going to break their necks in the match.
All right, well,
Jesus
see, Rick's
Christ.
getting my 18 cents.
And we're back again.
Vince loves his big man versus big man match. He always has. That's why we had Undertaker Kane, which was a Lucha Libre fest. Yeah. He loves it. He loves these types of matches. You got 2 guys that are over 7 feet. Quick, put them in a ring together.
And they both blow.
They can't move.
Nope. They can't do moves. They can't do anything.
Let's fire half the roster, though, that are really athletic.
Well, I
These
mean,
2 assholes.
Oh, so this whole thing with the Butch, I guess Ringe Holland's real name is Luke. So they called him Butch as a rib on the Bushwhackers. That's the only reason why they called him Butch.
That's even worse because the Bushwhackers were a comedy gimmick after a while,
Yep, that's what they're saying, it's a rib on the Bushwhackers.
which sucks that they were.
It's 2022.
Vince! Vince!
the same people who just referenced. Oh,
They're speculating it's a Bushwhackers rib.
Sky Low.
Well, that's what
The
Tom
fucking-
does on the weekend.
It's the Tokyo Kid. Jesus
Wait.
Christ. I'm
Speaking
sorry,
of little,
I missed-
speaking.
And we're back from commercial break.
There's so many commercial breaks.
Oh, man.
A lot of editing this week.
No.
Well, I guess AEW sold out the Houston show. How's that?
Terrible. Houston's a good place. Never been there. Heard it's nice.
I flew in there once.
It's
about
cool.
Apparently,
That's cool.
the tickets went on sale today, and they sold all 5,000.
it. Wow.
Detroit's at 8,500 right now, with only a few hundred left open still. All the shows they put on sale this week have almost sold out.
Well, it's not. They're not in Chicago, so like people have been clamoring to buy an actual ticket where they're not in Chicago.
I knew we couldn't go a whole podcast without a shot. I was like, man, we have a half hour left. He hasn't made a shot at AEW yet. This has been great. Nope, there it is.
Well, why wouldn't you run a place where they always sell out? It just makes sense.
They need to be the worldwide leader in sports entertainment, and you can't do that just in Chicago.
There's already someone called that.
This is Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
The influencer.